in this match. So the first serve belonging to Roberta Radsky. That's a misreceive, but that attack is going to go out from Carol De Silva.
Well, Carol really anticipated that ball, but no flick of the wrist there.
First point belonging to Eczacibasi. And up to serve right now, the American Jordan Larson Burbank. Combination play, and that is going to work on the cross-court bomb coming from Monique Marinho.
Monique seeing the gap between the block of the outside blocker and the middle blocker.
And you guys get a sense that this could be a long, drawn-out match, but that could favor Eczacibasi, who actually had the rest day yesterday. So they are very, very refreshed coming into this, whereas Rexona-Sesc Rio, well, looks like they're still sore from yesterday's match, both physically and mentally. So it's 2-1 on the service error from Rexona. And up to serve right now is Taisa, the Brazilian, actually, playing against her country. Here's Fabi, setting things up, combination play, and another long one, this time on the rear attack, coming from Andish.
Well, that was a missed opportunity. They got the blocker, they fooled the blockers of Vitra. But again, no wrist action.
That's right. Andish, one of the taller players on the squad, at about a little over 6'4". It is 3-1 in favor of the young ladies out of Turkey. Not a good reception. They will try to recycle, and that is Gabby trying to get that one across, but still another point for Eczacibasi. It is 4-1 right now. Again, for Rexona-Sesc Rio, they need a good start. They're not getting it today.
Yeah, they're making a lot of petty errors right now.
It's a good quick play, however, executed for Carol De Silva. Carol, of course, has become a fan favorite in the Philippines, perhaps the second coming of Leila Barros.
Oh. Well, she's not just good, she's also really beautiful as well.
That's right. She got off the bus today. The fans were already outside. They were cheering her name, and now she's up to serve. 2 serving 4. Combination play, that's a good dig there coming from Gabby. Gabby now on offense. Read well by the defense of Eczacibasi. And that is just pure power used by Monique Marinho Pavao.
Yeah, talk about power. I mean, there were 2 taller blockers in front of her. At least difference was around 3-4 inches.
Right. Monique's not even 6 feet tall. The 30-year-old's about 5'10". So that is now back-to-back points for the Brazilian squad. There's Carol on the serve once again. Not a good reception. That's going to be an easy put away there for Juseli. Juseli Barreto able to tie it up at 4. Take a look at this ultra-fast spike presented to us by PLDT Home Volterra. Plan 699 ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. Now serving for the lead, Carol De Silva. It's a better reception this time for the Turks, but they will still go to the wing spikers, and almost an assassination there on that attempt by Tiana Bošković.
Well, that went straight to almost her shoulder area. Yeah. Almost hit her face.
Let's take a look at it again. This 19-year-old with a lot of power. She gets it done. However, serve is not good. Coming from Bošković. Tied at 5. And now Monique Marinho Pavao. Up the serve. On the run, that's going to be good, coming from Rachel Adams.
Good adjustment there by Rachel Adams. The set was a tad too high for her, but she waited in the last second. And look, when she hit the ball, Gabby was about to go down.
Yeah, late secondary block there, coming from Rexona. So Eczacibasi once again on top, 6-5. Another over reception. However, another chance for Rexona. Great defense at the net. Better reflexes, however, from Gabby. Monique gets that one across. On the run, Rachel Adams. Fabi will set it up once again. And the wing spike is right on the money.
Great target from Gabby. You know, she's been going cross-court 2-3 times in a row. And so in that last play, she saw the blockers covering the cross. And you can see it here. You'll see Maya not really defending that straight hit.
Right. So it is now tied at 6 once again. Both teams still feeling each other out. Nice serve there coming from Gabby. Combination play once again, and that is checked at the net. So that'll be a point for Jordan Larson Burbank. Jordan Larson Burbank, of course, numerous medals on the world stage. Most recently, a bronze medal in the recently concluded Rio Olympics. There's her country fellow American, Rachel Adams, who sent that one out. So a little bit of a tentative start on the service and reception for both teams. Bernardinho, one of the most popular figures in all of Brazilian volleyball. Here's Gisele Barreto. Combination play once again. Great cross-court spike. And again, they're already tall, Denise, but you know, the defense has to work extra hard now for Arizona.
And they're fooling the defense of Brazil. And you can see there, that was Carol. She was late. She was deceived by that middle attacker.
That's right. That ultra-fast spike is brought to us by PLDT Home Ultera Plan 699 ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. 8-7. That time, and turn back. Great defense at the net from Carol De Silva.
That's what you want. If you make a mistake, you just get another point back right away. Carol adjusting with her block.
Ties it up at 8, and you know, the timing of this block was just phenomenal. Of course, that was the last point coming from Diana Bošković. Tied at 8. And serve for Roberta. Again, Carol at the net. Combination play, that's going to be a drop shot. Still alive, here is Gabby on the attack. And the youngsters are just going at it right there. That was Bošković. From the back, that was in front of net. However, the better defense prevailing at the net for Eczacibasi.
Well, there were 3 blockers in front of Gabby, and the set was quite low. But you got to give it to Vitra, not really taking it for granted.
Early substitution coming in. And in to serve right now, well, up to serve is Jordan Larson Burbank. They go to the utility area. Now back to the open spike. You know, that defense at the net for Eczacibasi is just doing so well. But better defense now shown by the Brazilians.
You know, I was supposed to say Eczacibasi did have, you know, better defense on the net, but what's keeping that ball alive is that floor defense coming from Rexona-Sesc. And that time, Carol really proving that, you know, it's not just our floor, it's also our net.
That's right. Serving right now is Anbish. That defense again there, but Carol cannot keep it in bounds, so it's going to be a point for Eczacibasi.
Diana just targeting her outer arm. Really, the intention was to get it off the block, rather.
1 point lead for the young ladies out of Turkey. Serving right now is Taisa. Combination play, Gabby. That is played at the net of Fabi is there. And Monique is turned back once again. And off the block goes Tatiana Kosheleva.
Well, again, that's the intention. She did it last attempt. She knew it worked. 2 blockers in front of her. That's what you want to do.
28-year-old Russian with at score. So the lead is 2 right now for Eczacibasi. Good read on the serve for Ambesh. Another close one here in set number 1. Eczacibasi Vitra's lead is 1. Now this brings up the crowd favorite, Carol De Silva. And they go to Adams this time. Back to the wing for Gabby. Boy, she relentless or what?
Well, she's just getting it through. It doesn't matter who's in front of her. Not even finding the gap between the two blockers, but really finding the gap between the hands.
That's right.
Of Rachel Adams.
Gabby Guimaraes ties it up at 11. Carol De Silva once again.
Go out.
Yeah. The float serve has been a favorite of many, but in this venue, it somehow hasn't been very consistent.
Well, probably not familiar with it.
So we are going to have the serve now coming up for Diana Bošković, 19-year-old out of Serbia. And that goes straight into the net. Tied at 12, yeah.
You know, Eczacibasi's been committing a lot of service errors. On my count, they've had 4 already.
Yeah. They're going to bring in Mihaly Uzdemir, one of the local players out of Istanbul. Now in to patrol the back as a secondary libero, if you will. And the service continues to be a problem now for both squads.
I just said that Vitra's committed 4. That was Brazil's or Rexona's 3rd.
That's keeping this match close. Still a 1-point lead for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Up to serve now. Oshaleva. Nicely done. Ace for the Russian.
She went with a different kind of serve. It was a softer hit from her.
And another 2-point lead picked up by Eczacibasi. They go to the back this time, and that is going to be good for Monique Marinho Barbao.
Rexona's been really good with finding that gap. You're going to see it here again. There's a big gap between that outside and middle blocker.
Again, she's not the tallest of spikers, 5'10", but boy, can she fly from that back line. Gabby on the serve. Problem in the reception, easily put away by Giseli.
Yeah, the problem with Eczacibasi is that that's what's been happening a while ago. Every time that their setter is a backliner, they would have those over receptions, and so the setter couldn't really do anything about it. Even though we saw Ambesh, or rather Nilay, yeah, on the other side trying to jump for it. That's really all she can do, just jump.
Cannot reach over the net if you're a backliner, and the service problems continue. That is keeping this game from having more rallies, actually. Gabby Guimaraes sends that one out. Lead belongs once again to Eczacibasi. Fabi on the reception, on the run. Giseli. That is going to stay out of bounds on the block. So Giseli will tie it up at 15. Giseli Barreto, 6'1", one of the oldest members on the team at 36. Sure doesn't look like she's 36 to me.
She moves like she's 26.
That's right. That was a quick attack, easily put away there by Thaisa Menezes. And I'm pretty sure some of the teams in Brazil will start looking, why is this young lady playing overseas? She should be with us. She's 6'6".
6'6".
Yep.
I'm gonna look like a midget next to her.
You're gonna look like a libero.
Yeah.
And into serve now, the captain.
That's gonna go out again.
And she can't help her team.
No spin on that serve.
She's immediately taken out after that. Maja Ognjenovic comes back in, the 32-year-old out of Serbia. And up to serve now, Roberta Ratsky. Tied at 16, combination play. Slow reaction to get to the second ball. That's going to be another point for Gianna Bošković. (17-16). Eczacibasi Vitra of Istanbul. It's a straightaway down the line shot, dug up well.
That goes out.
Too much angle on that attempt. Coming from Gianna Bošković. We're tied at 17. We're going to have another sub coming in. This time the team captain, Reyes Vidias. We'll see her first action of the game. The Reyes coming up to serve. She takes the place of Ann Beish. Quick play, was that touch? That's the question. They will award the point to Eczacibasi. And I know that Bernardino is going to challenge this one. Allegedly, it touched one of the Brazilians. Eczacibasi still up by 1.
Oh, but another service error.
Yep, served by the Brazilian. Liza goes straight into the net. Another sub this time for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Lucila Felix is going to see her first action, the 19-year-old, youngest member of the team. Up to serve. That's a well-run play, and the defense couldn't react to it in time. This is great setting by Roberta Ratsky.
Great adjustment too by Monique.
Yeah.
She saw that, you know, the blockers were already there. They went for the jump. The defenders were trying to wait for that long ball.
The defenders were nowhere close.
Diana was there, but she was too late.
Yep. Now the lead belongs to Rexona-Sesc Rio. Good dig coming from Lucila Felix, but no coverage on the block.
And
Gianna Bošković.
the coverage of Rexona was concentrated on the front part of the court.
That's just a wicked block there coming from 19-year-old Serbian. She is back to serve once again, Gianna Bošković. Nice sharp serve, but Fabi says no problem. Quick play! And that's what you can get from somebody with the experience of Fabi Oliveira. There is no such serve that is too strong for her, and they went to a quick play.
Nothing too strong, nothing too quick. And every single one, even though she's diving for it, seems like it goes directly to the setter.
That's right. Ooh, that's an unforced error there for Monique Marinho Barbao. Ties it up at 20 in an error-prone first set. And has kept it really close, though. Back to serve, Tatiana Kosheleva. Reyes. Gabby again, off the block. And that's what the Brazilians can use here, their speed.
Yeah, we always talk about it. If you don't have the height, you have to counter that with your speed.
Surprisingly, still no timeouts being called for both teams. As Ann Beish of the Netherlands checks back in to replace Captain Reyes. Roberta on the run that time, Jusili. And that is a great down-the-line spike coming from Jordan Larson Burbank.
Well, Jordan Larson really knowing where to put that ball. Two blockers in front of her, but again, kind of concentrated on the right part of that net. And a big target at zone 4.
Credit to the late set as well to make that happen. Rachel Adams on the serve. Back set on the run, Jusili. There's going to be a broken play for Eczacibasi. And Beish. The other side they go, that's a quick drop. And that surprised the defense. Jordan Larson-Burback is becoming very creative with her points.
Well, that's what you need to do. You can't always go for one kind of attack. You have to confuse the defense of your opponent.
Bernardino is angry as he calls his timeout for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Again, great body control there. But they have a timeout by Rexona-Sesc Rio.
Entendeu? Mas foco e não erra essas besteiras. Saque, pô, regularidade, a gente tá.
And of course our score is a close one, 22-21 right now. Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul up by 1 against Rexona-Sesc Rio. And they will be serving as well with Rachel Adams. They are actually 3 points away from claiming set number 1. Off the net. From the back, Monique, and she used her power to get that off the hands of the block.
Well, yeah, it was a taller blocker in front of her.
Brazilian on Brazilian that time. The tied at 22. Giseli Barreto. Nice dying serve that time. Good floor defense once again. Here's the attack. Oh! Nice block at the net by Taisa.
Very well read, very well timed. There was just a lack of coverage from Rexona-Sesc.
And Taisa using her very long arms. Just a little bit of an adjustment there on the attack. That's going to bring up the setter out of Serbia, Maja Ognjenovic. That's a push shot. Down the line she goes. That's Tatjana Bošković. And it's now double set point for Eczacibasi.
Again, look at this last attack. They gave away that down the line hit. Gabby was there, but you know, not adjusting quickly or quick enough.
Impressive showing so far for Tatjana Bošković, as we have a timeout called by Bernardino. Set point now for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. They will be serving for the set 24-22, and so far it's been a great performance for Tatjana Bošković, of course coming off that 18-point performance against Casamagliore. What will the response of the Brazilians be? That's going to be a drop shot that works for Anne Beisch.
Anne Beisch, again seeing the defense of Eczacibasi. No one was there behind the two blockers. You have to remember, it's not always about power here.
And timeout requested by Massimo Borbolini, head coach of Eczacibasi. This is intended to ice the server from Rexona-Sesc Rio.
Now, attention. No, I don't want the ball. Okay, they serve strong for sure. The ball in the middle. We have two exits from 4. And here, okay, bounce for sure. We'll do this with the left, so you can done. And remember, Sika, now you can use the left hand. If you're not good, the right hand of the front cycle. Take the ball in the center. Stick in this ball.
Good smiles so far, but this first set isn't over, Denise.
Well, they're just down by 1 point, talking about Rexona-Sesc, and at this level, that could easily be changed.
New player coming in, Elo Pereira, seeing her first action for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Trying to stay in the first set. Served down by Roberta Ratsky. Good reception, however. That's a quick play for Taisa. Sent back by Fabi. One more time around, they'll go to the other side for Bošković. Fabi once again, Roberta sending it to Ann. Good defense at the net. And Beish changing it up. Down the line attempt. This is the longest rally of the first set. Great floor defense again for Rexona-Sesc Rio. And Beish denied once again. They'll try a fourth shot, and she gets it off the hands of the defender.
Great thinking by Ann Beish. Yeah, a couple of times she was getting blocked. Her teammate was there keeping that ball alive, but you know, at the end of the day, you don't really have to get it to touch the other opponent's floor. You just have to, you know, make it touch. I mean, what do you call this?
A defender's arm.
Yeah.
Well, Massimo Borbolini was looking for looking for a lifting violation somewhere there. So it's now a race to 26 here in set number 1. Combination play, and that is so easy if you're 19 years old and 6'5", like Diana Bošković. Another set point for Eczacibasi. And now serving for the set, the American legend, we can call it that, at the age of 30, Jordan Larson Verback, serving for the set. Not a good reception. Roberta has to recycle this one. And Monique somehow gets it through the double block.
Monique has been doing that since the start of the set. She's been using the blockers to get those points.
So now it's going to be a race to 27. And sometimes, you know, it's smart hitting is better than power hitting.
Oh, yeah.
There's a young lady out of the Netherlands, Ann Beish, trying to give Rexona-Sesc Rio their first set point. It's a good dig. Fabi sending it out, and off the hands again. They go. Kelly Guimaraes gives Rexona the first set point.
Same concept. You have a taller blocker in front of you. And, you know, if you try to force it to go down the other players or the other team's floor, it's just going to go back on your side. So what you do, you hit it under, you hit the ball under the ball, try to hit it off their hands, and then, again, just get the point.
Just smart hitting there coming from Gabi Guimaraes. As coach Massimo Borbolini of Eczacibasi Vitra has now used his last time out of the set, so the girls are now on their own. But for Rexona-Sesc Rio, they were actually behind the majority of this first set, and now they have a chance to snatch it away. The serve will now belong to Ann Beish. Bernardino looking on. Can they do it? Good serve, however, it's a good reception as well. Oh, great defense at the net, and the first set will belong to Rexona-Sesc Rio. We can actually call it probably come from behind fashion, but a great block. Monique Marinho Bavao teaming up at the net to give that first set extended fashion to Rexona-Sesc Rio.
Again, that was well timed by Monique. And it has been working for them, not just the floor, but the defense as well. That ball had nowhere to go to.
Down the line was closed. And they were able to pull out the rabbit just in time. 27-25, first set belongs to Rexona-Sesc Rio. Back with us here at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City, Philippines. Some of the highlights from set number 1. And you can say that Eczacibasi was able to get the upper hand early against Rexona-Sesc Rio, but in the end, the defense just was a little too much for the Young Turks.
I mean, Rexona has been trailing by like 1 or 2 points all throughout the match, but you know, starting from that 20-point mark, Rexona-Sesc's been hitting smarter, I would say.
Right.
Just because, you know, at the last 2-3 points, again, they've been hitting that ball. They've been hitting the ball just to hit it off the blocker's hand.
And the adjustments haven't really come yet. And you can see the explosion. So the lone bright spot actually on offense for Eczacibasi has been Tiana Boshkovic. And this 19-year-old has been providing the fireworks. However, it's been a team effort for Rexona-Sesc Rio, hitting that one off the hands again of the blockers. And they know they're up against taller blockers, so they're getting very creative in their attacks. As we take a look at the numbers from set number 1.
Well, as you can see, the disparity is there with the attacks. So Rexona-Sesc won that in the first set. Errors almost the same, actually committing 5 service errors each, and the blocks are also the same. And so it's really just the breaks of the game in that last part.
Well, the blocks, that's the most impressive part, because Rexona-Sesc Rio is a smaller team compared to, you said an average of what, 187? It's about 6'4".
Yeah.
That would be their average height. And good morning to some of our young ladies who have also come here to check out the action. Once again, we are coming to you live from the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City, Philippines. Great to have you with us for our continuing coverage of the 2016 FIVB Women's Club World Championship. My name is Noel Zarate, alongside Denise Tan, and the second set is now underway. Not a good reception to begin for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Daiza will be doing the setting now for Jordan Larson. Wow, that's just a great attack coming from the wings, courtesy of Ann Beige.
You know, Ann Beige again not going for all power, very controlled attack, if I could say. Just getting it through the blockers, or over the blockers.
That's right, Ann Beige actually sat for a portion of set number 1. And you know, the libero Kayalar has been having problems fielding in the serve. However, a checked ball will award the point to Eczacibasi. So Jordan Larson Burbank. Back to serve now, tied at 1, set number 2. Drop shot this time. You know, Monique has been using all sorts of power shots and getting it off the hands of the blockers, but this time she changes it up. Very creative once again for Monique Marinho Babao.
Well, we have to take into consideration that these players are so used to those powerful long hits that, you know, more often than not, the attackers really won't go for that dink.
The style of Monique reminds me a lot of another former Brazilian national player, Ana Paula Rodriguez, who likes to mix up her shot. However, a drop shot going the other way this time, coming from Eczacibasi. So we're tied at 2. And here's the young Brazilian, 29-year-old, 6'6", Daiza Meneses, a recent signee of Eczacibasi just this season. Quick attack will work. And Carol De Silva showing I'm not just all about defense, I can also do something on offense.
Well, if you just put one blocker in front of her, that's really what she's going to do.
Let's check out the ultra-fast spike brought to us by PLDT Mobile Terra Plan 699, ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. So 3-2 for the Brazilians. The crowd favorite, Carol De Silva, up to serve. Nice short serve. Problems with the reception, and that's going to be a problem there. We have a backline setter, backliner to set that across. Of course, our referees, we have referee Zhang, our first referee from China, referee Chu out of Korea. So there, a bit of a complaint coming from Jordan Larson Burbank, but we're back now to a 4-2 lead for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Cut down to 1 on that attack by the Russian Tatiana Kosheleva. 4-3 right now. And up to serve, the Serbian, Tijana Bošković. Rachel Adams can't put that one away. But Rachel Adams redeems herself on defense.
Well, if you can't get numbers on your offense, then just get it from your defense. Defense should always be your first line of offense anyway.
And Bernardinho is now telling everybody to avoid those telegraph shots. You can see this one again. You try to go cross court as much as you want, but with somebody with very long arms there, it's going to be very difficult. Bošković.
Yeah. Kind of mishit that ball.
She wanted that jump serve to go in for sure. Nobody has really established any form of momentum on their serve today.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be Monique Marinho Pavao.
Oh, confusion, yeah.
Yep, a little bit of a problem there for Eczacibasi Vitra, the libero of Eczacibasi. So 6-4, 2-point lead for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Serve coming from Monique once again. And a delayed attack. How about that hang time shown by Tijana Bošković?
And Tijana, you know, she had 3 blockers in front of her. Her body was facing zone 4, zone 5. Last second making that cut shot.
6-5, the lead is down to 1 for Rexona-Sesc Rio. From the back, that is a good bomb coming from Monique Marinho Pavao, finding the corner of zone 1. And it seems at this point, Eczacibasi is still surprised at the back row attacks coming from Rexona. Another delayed set. Jordan Larson can't score. She tries again. Drop shot this time. And that's what the veteran can do for you.
Yeah. Great read on the defense of the opponent of the Rexona.
Jordan Larson, Verback.
Last second, she saw the opposite hitter, or opposite blocker rather, trying to go for that block on the opposite side. So she was late for it, talking about Anne Beige.
If you're Jusili Barreto, that's the feeling of drowning in volleyball. When you're already up there, then you see the ball just floating over you. One of the worst feelings in the world, that's if you're a defender. Tied at 7 right now. Rachel Adams trying to break this tie on her serve. Fabi. Roberta on the run. Jusili. That was a surprise power attack from the 36-year-old. So 8-6. Rexona-Sesc Rio up by 1. And Jusili Barreto will be serving. Quick play, read well. The back set, Monique tried to drop that one in. Too near the net. Taisa using her long arms. And base.
Too much cut.
That cut shot was cutting too much.
She was trying to avoid the hands of Taisa.
It's always a thrill to have somebody 6'6", 6'6", 6'7" patrolling the net. Served by Jordan Larson. Jordan Larson actually with the block. That was a serve coming from Maya Ognjenović. Volleyball looks so simple when Jordan Larson Verback is out there. 1-point lead for Eczacibasi. And a delayed attack once again. They're using their hang time right now, making the defense commit and then hitting at the last possible moment.
And I like the fact that they're always contradicting their where their body is
Right, right. Yeah, you can see a lot of transferring of technology happening here. Good sharp serve. Jordan Larson Verback again.
Always knowing where to put that ball, always knowing where to get it through.
That is an ultra-fast bike brought to us by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699, ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. 10-9, Eczacibasi. Roberta leaving it this time for Carol. Carol De Silva.
It's good that they're doing that. I mean, if you have one blocker in front of you, you always need to attempt to go for that quick play, because if there's a need to really fool the blockers, then that blocker will always try to jump at that quicker first.
Well, the entire coverage team was fooled that time. Tied at 10, not anymore. Service error against Rexona-Sesc Rio. So it's down 11 to 10. And up to serve the Brazilian. 6'6", Taisa Meneses. They go to the other side, and Taisa with a good dig. Roberta, combination play, that's going to be an illegal back row attack. That face was even close to being behind the line. A substitution coming in. We're going to have the captain, Reyes Pidias, once again in. Once again also replacing Anbej. Got an all-Brazilian squad on the floor for Bernardinho. Quick play, and again, you don't have to be really that tall to play middle hitter. Carol De Silva proving that right there.
In front of her is Rachel Adams.
That's right.
So much taller than her.
Giving up at least 3 inches to Rachel Adams. But
At least, at the very least.
She used her speed. Again, she's, Carol De Silva is listed at 6'2". Doesn't look like she's 6'2".
Well, then again, everybody's like 6'5", 6'6".
That's right. Oh, way out of position there. Gonna be an unforced error on 4 touches against Rexona-Sesc Rio. And we're gonna have a sub, the captain, Neslian Demir, seeing action once again, so she will be doing the setting now for her squad as Maya Ognjenovic takes a seat. Jump serve. And that is going to be out. And she's been having a problem with her consistency as well. Talking about Diana Boskovic.
Especially from the service line.
Right. So we're going to have our first look once again here at Nilay Yuzdemir. A backliner trying to help out as a second libero. No, she's going to be doing the setting actually. Oh, that's a good set. Over to Rachel Adams. Yuzdemir. You look at her right there on the floor. That's just a great set.
Again, no one was defending her left side. So another big target for her.
She's listed at 5'11". She doesn't look like she's 5'11".
She looks like she's 6'11".
Oh, nice second ball attack on the drop coming from Roberta Ratsky.
Well, good decision from her. No one's been going for that attempt. No one was expecting it.
Gabi Guimaraes, 22-year-old, on the serve. Good reception this time, but better defense at the net from Giseli Barreto.
Giseli was just all over that ball. I think her elbow was up to the net. Her whole arm was over that net.
You can see Jordan Larson Burbank saying it's my fault. Tied at 14. Drop shot, that will work for the captain.
Great adjustment, smart thinking. And again, if you don't do it that often, no one's gonna expect it.
Neslian Demir with the score. Give a 1-point lead once again to her squad. Eczacibasi. Adams lost the glasses once again. She starts off with the glasses, but sometime in the second set takes them off. That's a triple block.
Puts it back on.
Yeah. Triple block led by 6'6" Taisa Meneses. Now a 2-point lead for Eczacibasi. See that? 3. Where you came from, it's called the Great Wall of España. Probably call it the Great Wall of Istanbul. On the run, and almost another decapitation there coming from Juseli.
You know, that was a good target from Juseli. The defender from Eczacibasi was kind of in the middle of the court, but all the same, if she didn't touch it, it would have hit the corner.
Lead is down to 1 for the Turks. Drop shot once again. This time it is red better. Larson. Roberta. Great defense on the help. However, it's going to go out of bounds. It's a great read, though, by Taisa Menezes. 16 all. Remember, the first set was already extended. 27-25 going the way of Rexona-Sesc Rio. Larson with a drop.
Larson is reading it very well, seeing that Reyes was all the way back at that corner of zone 2, or zone 4 rather.
And Moskovic checks back in. As the captain, Neslihan Demir, is up to serve. Good reception. Roberta immediately converts. This is what you like about Brazilian volleyball. They're very aggressive at every opportunity they can get. Change in the setting position once again. As Demir will sit down, and Maya Ognjenovic checks back in to do the setting for Eczacibasi. Tied at 17, combination play. And they probably forgot that Diana Bošković is left-handed.
And in front already.
That's right. Not every day do you see somebody left-handed attacking from the open spiker position. That was a surprise. No surprise on the defense on Carol de Silva by our fellow Brazilian, Taisa Menezes.
There was better blocking for Eczacibasi. There was no gap between that block.
And it was just one-on-one. Taisa Menezes gives Eczacibasi a 2-point lead. Timeout, Bernardinho.
Ela vai dar a opção de ir pra lá.
Our score is 19-17. Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul leading by 2 against Rexona-Sesc Rio from Brazil. And like the first set, Denise, it continues to be a close one.
You know what? I'm not even going to be surprised if this is an extended set as well.
Starting to look like it, starting to feel like it. Monique finally making some noise after creating a lot of ruckus in the first set. So Monique Marinho Pavao cuts it down to another 1-point lead. And if you're Coach Massimo Borbolini, you don't want to repeat it the first set. This looks exactly like the first set. And then all of a sudden, towards the end, Rexona-Sesc Rio was able to steal it. Combination play. And Koshaleva is turned back. And that is going to go out, so we are tied at 19.
Good call there by Monique.
That's the block of Bošković. She went out.
Yeah, she was staring at that ball, really anticipating it to hit the net first before going out.
So tied at 19. Is this the time for Rexona-Sesc Rio to pull away once again? Here's the captain, Reyes Bidias. Good reception. Oh, quick play for Taisa Menezes.
Taisa Menezes, of course, one of the tallest players from her team. You can't leave her alone there.
And that is an ultra-fast spike brought to us by PLDT Home Montana Plan 699. Ang pinakabot kahit internet na pampamilya. Once again, she is from Brazil. She's pretty familiar with the way her fellow Brazilians move around. Roberta. Great block at the net. Inspiring that time Rachel Adams along with Diana Boskovic. That is 21-19, just like that. The lead is 2 once again for Eczacibasi. Taisa once again. Roberta trying to really sneak it into that side. Good dig. And that power strike took everybody off balance, coming from Diana Boskovic.
Yeah, you weren't able to stand up right away.
22-19, the lead is 3 now for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. And a timeout called by Bernardinho of Rexona-Sesc Rio. And that is the look of a veteran who knows this is not yet over. Why, how many times have we seen the Bernardinho on TV commanding the Brazilian national team?
Back in the first set, it was like 23-23 and no one was calling a timeout.
That's right.
I'm not surprised. He's super calm right now.
That is, however, the last timeout of Rexona-Sesc Rio. And they still cannot draw a result as that one goes out. But the point is awarded.
There's a touch.
And they say check ball, and I don't think there's going to be any complaint coming from the side of Eczacibasi on that one. Now they will.
Yeah, the players are saying.
Now they will, yeah, challenge it. Players have instructed their coach, Massimo Borbolini, to challenge this one. Was there a touch at the net? So block touch. The challenge now is on. Let's see the official replay.
Oh, no touch.
No touch. Wasn't even close to being a touch.
But it was good. It was actually, I think it was Jordan Larson Burbach who was really telling the coach, you know, coach, go for the challenge.
23-19, 2 points away from tying us up at 1 set apiece. Taisa Menezes. Roberta sending that one up. Drop shot a little too strong. Boskovic.
Too much power from Boskovic.
5 set points now for Eczacibasi. Taisa Menezes can put it away on her serve. Fabi, Roberta.
Oh.
And too strong on the attack. Coming from Monique Marino Babao. So we are now tied at 1 set apiece. And Eczacibasi is able to even it up by taking the second set 25-19.
This was a missed opportunity, definitely, because Gabby was left with one blocker. Rachel Adams got fooled again in the middle, but no wrist action from Gabby right there.
So that close first set immediately went the way of Eczacibasi towards the end. No more answers coming from Rexona-Sesc Rio. Will this theme continue? Back on us here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. And that was a pretty close second set until the end, when all of a sudden the offense came into gear for Eczacibasi. Rachel Adams on the firing end in that one. There were still some answers. They still trying to get it off the block, Denise. But after a while, everybody adjusted for the Young Turks. They were able to take set number 2.
Yeah, and I think it was really just their defense that worked for them. We saw a lot of solid blocks from Tatiana. They were also hitting smarter
Right.
in the latter part of that second set. And also, I mean, we have to mention also that Rexona-Sesc committed a lot of petty errors.
Right.
Like the last point was actually Gabby's the lack of wrist action.
That's right.
And looking at the numbers again, Ace's attacks wasn't that big of a difference, but the errors, 3 points, you know, that's big when it comes to situations like this. But look at the blocks.
Yep.
5 blocks for Eczacibasi and just 1 for Rexona-Sesc. And you can't have numbers like that.
Well, it was tied at 3 at the end of the first set. I believe that in the second set, Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul realized they were the taller team.
Yes, and they have to take advantage of that all the time.
And they are the taller team as we enter set number 3, tied at 1. Once again, thank you for joining us. Mabuhay from the Philippines. This is Noel Zarate alongside Denise Tan, bringing you the action from the 2016 FIVB Women's Club World Championship. And the first point of set number 3 belongs to Rexona-Sesc Rio. Rampage back in the game. And now the serve from Roberta Ratsky. Always great to have a 6'3" center. That is going to come up short, so 2-0 for the Brazilians.
Yeah, miscommunication there. Not really the right kind of set that she wanted.
Roberta Ratsky once again. Serve is starting to get sharper. Quick play, drop shot by Meneses won't work. Meneses, however, with a block. Roberta going to Ann Beige, and Roberta could not save that one.
It was too low for Ann Beige. When she was trying to hit it, her arm was actually at the level of her head. And normally, you'd want to extend your arm.
Right.
It was just too low for her.
Get credit the defense once again for Eczacibasi. Jordan Larson Burbank. There's a back set now for Ann Beige. There was no coverage. Fabi was nowhere near. So tied at 2. See this one again. Where is Fabi in this picture?
Well, Fabi was somewhere in the middle.
There.
She was late for it.
She was coming from a little too far away. Roberta once again going to Monique, and the blocking is now officially on for Eczacibasi.
Nothing's going through. And you know, Rexona-Sesc, they've been trying different kinds of attack. That last attack from Monique was kind of controlled.
They have been keeping, the blockers have been keeping the offense of the Brazilians very quiet. Monique on the delay. Good read by Kayalar. Good block by Ann Beige. They try again. Koshaleva is sent back. Oh, down the line, just missing that time. They want to challenge this one. Diana Boshkovich says that her spike was in. Okay, they will now change the call. Challenge is not required. Are they still going to go through with the challenge? Because our first referee, Referee Zhang out of China, had already changed his call to favor Eczacibasi, and now Bernardino wants to use his challenge. And he's discussing his point right now with Referee Chu out of Korea. So will they be charged a challenge? I think that's the contention. Referee Zhang already says no need because I changed the call. Bernardino not happy with it.
Yeah, because you know, when the point was supposed to go to Rexona's side, Eczacibasi was able to challenge it, but now that when the first referee changed his call, Bernardino is not allowed to challenge. So that's why he's not really happy with it.
I think they're going to go through with the challenge. Bernardino wants Well, Bernardino wants the challenge to be charged. You're only allowed 3%. And he's still talking to our second referee, Referee Chu from Korea. Looks like everything's in order already. So it is 4-2 right now for Eczacibasi. Roberta. Drop shot, nice read by Kayalar once again. Oh, great defense at the net coming from Carol De Silva.
Carol De Silva already knew it was going to go to the opposite side of the court because Kayalar just saved the ball.
Right.
At zone 4, and so she was still on the floor. Well timed again.
That's just completely snuffed out by De Silva. Oh, that's just a revenge shot coming from Tatiana Koshaleva.
Yeah, because she could see her frustration a while in that last attack.
Right. Koshaleva just taking to the air against two, just making it pass through the blockers. I mean, no cut shot, no cross court.
Making it simple.
Yeah. Quick play, Carol De Silva. Carol tries again. Adams keeps it alive. Drop shot again for Diana Bošković.
Great adjustment. Great placement.
And this is the time that Eczacibasi Vitra says, hey, we're the superior team. We're the undefeated team. Let's put these girls away.
Well, let's see if they can run away with this.
Taiza Meneses. They're now avoiding Fabi on the serve. There's Gabby on the attack. That'll work for Gabby Guimaraes. Six to 4 in favor of Eczacibasi. Carol De Silva. Quick play, Adams. Net violation. That's be a net violation against the Brazilians. Bernardino is angry.
Yeah.
And Carol De Silva was guilty of the net violation, just passed it, said, get angry as much as you want.
Can't do anything about it now.
Ooh, what a serve there coming from Diana Bošković. Gabby denied at the net. Try again, and going off the hand of Ognjenović into the antenna.
Again, they went back to that quicker kind of outside play. Everybody was still scrambling on the opposite side.
7-5. 2-point lead for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Ognjenović. Boy, oh boy, Diana Bošković is just loading up. And base almost. Free ball given up. Fabi, Roberta, on the run, Giseli.
Great slide attack there from Giseli. Again, left with one blocker. Back to that quicker kind of set.
Giseli Barreto responding. And again, I'm telling you, she doesn't look like she's 36.
Again, she plays like she's 26.
That's true. Lead is down to 1. Monique Ognjenović. Drop shot is good coming from Koshaleva.
What a fake. I mean, her hands was winded up, or her arms were winded up.
Right.
All the way through. Everybody was thinking she was going to go for that hard, long hit.
She's actually been a quiet producer of points, and then she's back to serve. Tatiana Koshaleva out of Russia. Roberta. This time it is a quick attack and a strong one coming from Gabby Guimaraes. Gabby cuts it down to a 1-point lead once again, but now she's back to serve. She has been one of the prime back row options of Rexona-Sesc Rio. Ognjenović. And the drop shot by Larson read well by Beish. There it is from the back row. under the net for Jordan Larson Burbank. And we are tied at 8.
Jordan Larson Burbank just wanting to get it over the net powerfully.
Now she's trying to take control verbally of her team. Remember, Jordan Larson Burbank, double gold medalist at the World Championships, won a silver in the London Olympics and won a bronze in the recently concluded Rio Olympics. In the meantime, Giseli blocks it, but it looks like it goes straight to the face of Rachel Adams, who's shaken up. Giseli immediately going over to Rachel Adams to apologize. I might have hurt her finger. Oh, the glasses were victimized. Well, that is the problem, of course. That was a block, and nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. Well, went straight to her face.
You can see Giseli immediately stopping her celebration just to see if Rachel Adams is okay.
Because I think she knows also the feeling of getting into the face.
Or maybe she heard the glasses break or something. It is quite dangerous to be out there, and Denise, of course, your experience trying to block, you know sometimes you can hit the face with the ball.
And I think that's the reason why she stopped her celebration. Because again, I think at this level, each and every one of these volleyball players, they've been hit in the face hard.
That's right. We have a timeout here called by Eczacibasi.
A largada é tua. Entendeu? Entra pra largada, mas não fica na linha, não. Entra dentro da quadra, quando ela tocar, a bola tem que estar parada pra ela. Se ela tocar pra lá ou pra cá, você vai chegar.
Sights and sounds from the ongoing third set. The music is picked up. Jordan Larson Burbank, her team is down by 2 at this point, and that was the accident earlier to Rachel Adams. I think Rachel Adams has about 10 of these glasses with her. She has a new pair on right now. Gabby on the serve. Rachel Adams just missing.
Yeah.
Will they challenge this one?
I think it was in.
Bernardino says it was out. Is there a challenge coming?
Yeah, they're going to challenge
they're going to challenge this because Bernardino, the call was in, and Bernardino is saying it was out. So ball in, ball out is the challenge. Bernardino says it's out. The referee, Zhang of China, ruled it in. Linesman said it was out. Line judge said it was out.
From our angle. Oh, wow.
It's so close.
Really
it is
close.
out. So Bernardino still got the eye, yeah.
Oh, but now, I think
now
they're going to challenge
check
this again.
Ball.
Check ball.
Check ball this time.
Bernardino goes, okay.
And is Giseli going to get away with it, though? Here's the official review.
Oh, it was a check ball.
Very, very close. It was a touch. So challenge upon challenge.
Better challenge by Coach Barbolini.
Yep.
Both these coaches have a very good eye.
Very experienced coaches, these two. Massimo Barbolini, of course, out of Italy. And Bernardino already an icon in Brazilian volleyball. So the lead is down to 1 for Rexona-Sesc Rio. And Rachel Adams will put it in play for Eczacibasi. Fabi. Roberta drop shot Giseli.
And everybody,
11-9, yeah.
Yeah, everybody was waiting for it to be, hit on the left part of the court because Giseli was facing that way.
That's what the Brazilians have done. A lot of misdirection. And they have picked up this 2-point lead. Giseli on the serve. Ognievich. Good denial at the net by Carol De Silva. Drop shot, there's gonna be a net violation. That's gonna go against.
I think it was Anne Beige.
Yep.
Because she quickly raised her hand, admitting to it.
So a net infraction will give the point to Eczacibasi, much to the chagrin of Bernardino. Because those little errors really affect the way you play eventually. From behind, Monique turned back. Fabi setting up Anne Beige. Jordan Larson Burback finding the line. And she has a certain swag about her as well. And when she scores, it's like part of my job.
Well, she is very experienced and well-decorated
Oh, we got a
athlete.
challenge now saying that that ball was out. Bernardino is really using this new technology. Oh, net fault is what he's after. Not whether it was in or out, because it looked like it was in. Anyway, so is Bošković supposed to be the guilty party? We will find out. I don't know how they can challenge this. They were on defense.
Well, they're probably...
Yeah, the challenge is not gone, yeah.
Oh, but I think...
Yeah, the referee Jang is already saying no challenge. You guys were on defense.
Well, if the challenge is a net fault, then both offense and defense could be guilty about it.
Yeah, but what angle do you look for if it's offense? Unless the follow-through hit the net. So no challenge. No challenge. Tied at 11. Served by Ognjenovic. Roberta. Anne Beige. Soft shot there from Jordan Larson. A great block, however, coming from Diana Bošković. She's been doing a little bit of everything. That's going to be a timeout now called. Rexona-Sesc Rio has lost the lead. Smiles all around so far for these two teams. They've been fighting very well. Bernardino trying to use as much of the technology to his favor as he can, but right now the lead belongs to Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Drop shot. Boy, Kayalar was there. Free ball is the result, though. Combination play. Gabby can't get the windup. Kayalar. And attacking for the first time in this match is the setter by Ognjenovic, but it goes out. Tied at 12. Another close set. Which team pulls away towards the end? Roberta Ratsky. Into the net. Gonna have a substitution coming in. Well, looks like we did have Simgi Akius in for a bit, and now she is replaced by Tatiana Kosheleva, occupying that spot from the Russian in the back row. A great single defense there. I mean, that's where you see the height disparity. You got 6'6" Taiza Menezes going up against an alleged 6'2" Carol De Silva. No chance.
Well, we always say that you can fight a height with speed, but when that taller player actually gets the right timing, then that's going to be a problem for you.
14-12. 2-point lead for Eczacibasi. Service error going the other way. Jordan Larson, we're back.
Kind of looking like the first set again, where it's been a seesaw battle just because of those service errors.
Drusilla Felix seeing her first action since the first set. 19-year-old, youngest member of the team. And as the serve specialist, trying to tie it up. It's a good serve. Attack is parried that time. Combination, nice down the line. Spike coming from Gabby Guimaraes.
Well, that straight hit was wide open. Gabby seeing the opportunity.
Yeah, they tried to lock it down the line that time. Nobody did. Tied at 14. And Drusilla once again to serve. Ognienjovic on the quick play to Daisa Menezes. Lead goes back now to Eczacibasi.
Daisa just going over Gabby.
She's that tall. She's about 6'6". I would say she has a wingspan of about 6'9".
Probably.
Now back to serve. Oh, into the net though. This is what's keeping this match close once again. We had a problem with this in the first set for both teams, but now here in the third.
It's happening again.
Yeah, Eczacibasi just can't get any consistent rhythm on their serve. Carol De Silva up to serve now, trying to give the lead back to Rexona. Free ball. Viseli on the setup. Drop shot. And we have a saying in volleyball, you gotta trust the defense behind you. That didn't happen there for Diana Bošković.
Yeah, because Tatiana was already there, ready to get that drop ball. But Diana was too eager to get it.
Yeah, there's gotta be, you gotta trust the defense behind you. There was coverage.
Yeah, you can see there Tatiana.
The lead goes back to Rexona-Sesc Rio. Quick play, Rachel Adams.
Good delay on that hit.
Tied at 16 once again.
Again, not just because it's a quick hit or a quick play, you have to hit it right away.
Let's take a look at this ultra-fast spike brought to us by PLDT Home Ultera Plan 699, ang pinakaabot-kaing internet na pampamilya. So Diana Bošković, 19-year-old out of Serbia, serves it long. (17-16), the lead belongs once again to Rexona-Sesc Rio. Bošković is going to sit down for a bit. And in comes Nilahi Özdemir. Attack coming from Demir is good. It's not every day that you have your captain coming off the bench, but Neslihan Demir has actually been doing well coming off the bench. As she is the 33-year-old national team member of Turkey. There's Roberta. Good defense that time by Kayalar. However, free ball given up. A second ball attack, still good though. Gabby, turn back. On the run to Saley, still kept alive. Oh, out of position, Rachel Adams, and that is thrown away. I don't think Özdemir knew exactly how much space she had between her and Adams.
I think Adams was asking for a quick play, but not exactly one on top of the setter.
That's right. 18-17, Gabby on the serve.
That's gonna go out.
Tied at 18. You have to remember that Rexona-Sesc Rio came from the longest match of the tournament just a few hours ago, less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah, it was 2 hours and 2 minutes.
That's right.
That was an extended fifth set.
Rachel Adams. Roberta. That will work for Monique Marino Pabao. (19-18). Rexona-Sesc Rio. Giseli Barreto. Good controlled serve that time. Here's Demir sending it to the captain, and Neslihan Demir scores.
Well, Neslihan, what I like about that hit is she sent it back to where Giseli is, because she just came off a serve. A little confusion there between Gabby and Giseli.
Bernardino not happy with the defensive alignment. Demir up to serve. Too strong. Again, it's a problem solely for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul.
Yeah, back in the first set, they've had 5 service errors. And if I'm not mistaken, they've had at least 4 here in the third.
By my count, it's actually 5 already for the side of the Turks. Served by Roberta. Here's Demir sending it over to Larson. Combination play, so many weapons from the back. Demir. Fabi lifts it up now. Lucila can't score. Larson cut shot. Back set, Monique stuffed out there by Daisa Menezes.
Daisa knew exactly where that ball was going to go. She wasn't fooled at all. But the timing was there.
Her defense has just been phenomenal against her countrywomen. Tied at 20. One team is 5 points away from taking a 2-1 lead in this match. Served by Jordan Larson Verback. Drop shot, good! Nicely done that time by Monique Marino Pabao.
Yeah, she gave the right amount of effort, the right amount of push. The defender was there, but if that tip was a little too powerful or a little more powerful,
right,
Tatiana could have gotten that ball.
21-20. Rexona-Sesc Rio on top. And Lucila has been serving throughout this entire rally. Lucila keeps it alive. Roberta going to Gabby once again. Larson. Back set. Daisa Menezes can't put it away. And that will work for Gabby Guimaraes. Timeout now called by Massimo Borbolini. That's just a classic wind-up coming from Guimaraes. Timeout, Eczacibasi. How many matches of this nature will Bernardino have to go through in his very storied career? Rexona-Sesc Rio up by 2 points. They are 3 points away from taking a 2-1 lead. And throughout all of this, Drusilla Felix, the 19-year-old, has been serving well. She digs it up once again. Gabby can't score. And off the defense goes Tatiana Koshaleva. But the lead still belongs to Rexona-Sesc Rio. See this again, Denise.
Well, Tatiana just really hitting with everything she's got. Look at Carol not happy with it.
You have to remember, of course, that Eczacibasi actually came off a straight sets win against Pomica Samayori of Italy. Gabby, cut shot, Tagapuel. And that's going to be a net infraction. And everybody over at Eczacibasi saying the ball touched the net, not the person.
No. Yeah, they hit each other. That's what they're saying.
Unless it was a crossing violation, but referee Zhang of China is saying net infraction. Carol De Silva. Here's the beam. That one is going to go out, so we got 3 set points now for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Gonna have a sub once again. It's going to be a full front line, the return of Ognjenovic and Diana Boskovic. So the two Serbians check back in for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Here's the 25-year-old Brazilian Carol De Silva serving for the set. Ognjenovic, nice setup for Rachel Adams. So that is now trimmed to double set point.
One blocker.
That's right. Here comes the jump serve of Diana Boskovic. Fabi gets to it. Combination play. That shot. No save. So in the end, Gabby Guimaraes able to put it away for Rexona-Sesc Rio. And they now take a 2-1 lead, 25-22 at the end of that very close third set as we take a look at that combination play once again. It's a good dig by Kayalar, but no support after that. It's a 2-1 lead now for the young Brazilians. Can they pick up the win? We'll find out when we return. Stay with us. Back with us here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Mall of Asia Arena, Pasay City, Philippines. Some of the highlights from the third set. That was close all the way, but we're going to see the numbers later on. And really, the service errors was all that stood between Eczacibasi taking a 2-1 lead and Rexona, who eventually won set number 3.
Yeah, I was going to say that because I think before the 20-point mark, we were talking about it, that the Turks already committed at least 5 service errors at the end of the 25-22, so that's just a disparity of 3 points. Right. And I think even though the defense of Eczacibasi was really on point, there were a few times that Rexona-Sesc was able to go through them and do something about it, maybe hitting it off their hands, hitting it off their block, and again, going back to that ever so effective quick outside hit. The last one was again from Gabby, where she just hit it with everything she's got. Someone digged the ball, but there was just no support. And again, looking at the numbers,
confirmation,
11 errors coming from Eczacibasi Vitra and just 2 from Rexona-Sesc. So that alone, you know, says it all.
And the blocks, of course, still favoring Eczacibasi in this one, 6-2. However, their errors really did them in. 11 is just a little too much, especially in this level.
Yeah, because you're just going to cancel out everything that you did great with your blocking.
This is our Ultra Fun Family of the Game, presented to us by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699, ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. As this venue is now starting to gain more people in anticipation of our matches once again here today. Once again, thank you for watching us in our continuing coverage of the 2016 FIVB Women's World Club or Women's Club World Championship. Noel Zarate alongside Denise Tan. Set number 4, set to unravel. Carol on the run. Combination play, cut shot, dug up. And into the net goes Monique Marino. So the first point belonging to Eczacibasi on the attack error against Rexona-Sesc Rio. Up to serve now. Maya Ognjenovic out of Serbia. Priscilla getting the start here in set number 4 for the Brazilians. However, she is quickly denied by another Brazilian, Taisa Menezes.
You know, it's always been like that for Eczacibasi. They've been starting out with good defense, but later on in the middle part of the set, it's Rexona-Sesc just adjusting.
From the back, and again, great defense at the net. I mean, it's been the Taisa Menezes show so far in terms of blocking. I would be surprised if she has about 10 block points already today.
At least.
Yeah. Early timeout called by Bernardinho.
Não rodou a bataleta, não reta na bola. Tá? Vai pela frente ela. Aqui, uma, duas, tem a bolinha aqui. Rapaz, você tá inteira, tá na Gabi. Acabei de falar. Não fica com você, não dá nessa.
So far, so good for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul here in set number 3. They are up 3-0 against Rexona-Sesc Rio. And coming off the timeout called by Bernardinho, that's a good response coming from the 19-year-old Drusilla Felix. So the serve now belongs to the Brazilians, courtesy of Roberta Ratsky. Aylar getting to that one. Denial at the net coming from Carol De Silva against the taller Tiana Boskovic.
Well, this is going to be a good sign for Rexona if Carol could continue doing that. She's been quite, you know, a little quiet back in the third in terms of her defense.
3-2, Eczacibasi. Roberta once again, that is an over reception. Drusilla Felix can't score. Aylar lifting it up. Jordan Larson Burbank.
But a net violation.
That'll go against Carol De Silva. So 4-2. Eczacibasi. And if you're Rexona-Sesc Rio, you don't want this to go to 5th set.
Oh yeah, because like what we mentioned, their game yesterday ended at what, 10 p.m. local time,
about 10
and they
p.m.
started
local time.
at 1 p.m. local time. So that's just a little over 10 hours or 12 hours of rest. And if it's going to happen again now, what is that going to do to their next games?
Well, they need to win this one to barge in to the next round. Of course, hoping that the PSL F2 logistics squad goes on to defeat Poli Casamagliori of Italy. That's going to create some kind of a tie. It's going to avoid a tie, but if Italy, the Italians actually come away with a win against the host nation, then that'll create a 3-way tie, and we will have to go through the numbers.
And that's why you don't want to extend it to the 5th.
That's right.
You need all the sets you can get.
That is going to be a quick hit from the wing, coming from Tatiana Kosheleva. That, of course, is an ultra-fast spike brought to us by PLDT Home Ultera Plan 699, ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. 6-3, Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Taisa Menezes. One-hand set for Carol De Silva. Nicely done by Roberta Ratsky.
Really, you have to go through with the play. you know that will benefit your team. No blocker was there.
That's right.
Only Rachel Adams. So Carol had the whole part of the whole zone 1.
Now Carol De Silva back to serve. That floats out. 7-4, Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Up to serve, Diana Boskovic. Hard to believe this young lady's only 19 years old. The way she's playing, all the gusto that she's put in. But that's a little too much gusto on the serve. 7-5, Eczacibasi. Ayalar. Adams. Gabby turned back by Larson. Still kept alive. Larson, no mercy. The defense was sprawled everywhere for the Brazilians. And the Americans said, try to get this one. So 8-5 is our score. Serve now coming up from Kosheleva. Gabby off the block. Nobody's gonna get there in time. That's how quick her attack is from the wing. Gabby Guimaraes cuts it down to a 2-point lead for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Gabby Guimaraes now back to serve. Drop shot will work for Maya Ogenievich.
That's her second one.
There was an over-reception, at least not this time. She's a frontliner.
She did it a while ago, actually.
9-6. Rachel Adams, glasses off this time, but a little too short on the serve.
And her release alone was a little too low.
Right. So 9-7. Brazilians trailing by 2. Here's Gisele Barreto. Oh, what a set. However, Boskovic couldn't put it away.
Yeah, Carol and Gisele not communicating.
10-7. Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Served by Ogenievich. Great defense by Tiana Boskovic.
Diana all over that last attack from Drusilla.
4-point lead now for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Again, if you're Rexona-Sesc Rio, you need all the points. If this goes 5 sets, you're losing 1 point already.
Well, better attack there from Monique.
And they did lose 1 point yesterday. Actually, they lost 2 points yesterday. They came out on the losing end of a 5-set match against Pomi Casamayor of Italy. Combination play. Another one for Boskovic. (12-8). And Boskovic now attacking from the left wing. Usually we see a lot of left-handed strikers attack from the right side. Trying to change it up. Larson. Great defense. That's actually a double team, but it goes out of bounds. So off the block they go once again. The Brazilians have been getting a lot of their points off the hands of the defense. 12-9. Still a 3-point lead for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul from Turkey. Kosheleva couldn't score. Gabby can't either. Back set, Boskovic. Still attacking that time was Monique Marino. Boskovic, that one sails out. So her power has allowed Eczacibasi to get a 4-point lead. (13-9) right now. Now serving the 6'6" Pagoda. Taiza Menezes. Back set, that goes through the hands of Tatiana Pashaleva. 13-10 is our score. Lead is down to 3 for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Serving Carol De Silva. Larson, Ognjenovic. And that is off the hands of the defense. Nicely done by Tatiana Koshaleva. So giving the Brazilians a taste of their own medicine. Gonna have a sub come in. So Neslihan Demir, the captain, checks back once again. And up to serve right now, Boskovic. Overcooked reception. Larson. And Koshaleva gets it off the hands once again.
She's been using the power because, you know, a while ago I actually saw Coach Bernardino like giving a few instructions saying, when you go for the block, don't try to hit it back.
Right.
You just put your hand up. And that's what's been happening to the Rexona-Sesc blockers.
They are now down by 5. And again, Boskovic, if she can load up on that jump serve on a consistent basis, Eczacibasi might be the most unbeatable team in the tournament.
You know, since the start of this match, that's the only fault really that we're seeing.
Right. New setter coming in once again as Nilay Yuzdemir. Sees action once again for Eczacibasi. Hayalar. Yuzdemir. A quick attack there coming from Neslihan Demir. Take a look at this ultra-fast fight brought to us by PLDT Home Volterra Plan 699 ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. 16-11. Pashaleva on a good serve. Drop shot picked up. Here's Demir. He's strong from the national team member out of Turkey.
Yeah, she's trying to go for the end line.
Up to serve right now is Gabby Guimaraes. Oh, Gabby floats that out. I believe if you're serving from that side, you got to take something off your serve. There's probably something about the draft from that side that's affecting the serve.
Yeah, because when Eczacibasi was on the other side, they were committing a lot more errors too.
Adams up by 5. Drusilla.
Yeah, it was a check ball.
That was a check ball, and she intended to do that. She saw that Taiza Menezes was lining up to try and block her. 17-13, lead down to 4. But at this point, Eczacibasi would like to just love to trade baskets, like to trade points.
Well, they are in advantage right now. They are up by 4 points.
Right.
They've been doing so well with their offense and also their defense.
The question is Rexona-Sesc Rio run out of fuel?
Well, let's see. I mean, we've seen them set after set trail by 2-3 points and then end up winning it.
This is now a 5-point lead.
Yeah, bigger lead.
Served by Demir. Drop shot read well.
Yeah.
And no help coming on the coverage. Good block there coming from Neslihan Demir. So timeout called once again by Bernardino. This is the biggest lead of the game for Eczacibasi.
Yes, aqui, tá? Você tem um aqui, ela vem, você vai no meio da quadra, no meio da quadra. Não passe pra uma, olha, inteta a bola. Deixa furar assim. Todas foram pra uma, pra não ser o vídeo. Deixa eu dar pra criança de estudarem. Porra, caralho.
Vai, galera! Bora rodar, rodar!
19-13 is our score. Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul up by 6, but they're down 2 sets to 1. So they're doing well to try to force a 5th set in this one. Gabby, Roberta, and Brazil able to get that through. Gabby with a good coverage once again. Drop shot, and you gotta learn to trust the defense.
Yeah, that's happened before.
Yep. Kayalar was right behind Boskovic again. It's actually Boskovic for the second time.
Yeah.
Didn't want to give it to the defense behind.
Well, you know, sometimes it does really happen, given the fact that she is only 19 years old.
Yes.
So sometimes you're too eager to try and save the ball, keep that ball alive.
Right now, 19-14, a 5-point lead for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Larson. That's too near the net, almost put away there by Monique Marino Pavao. Back set, Monique can't drop it in. Kayalar lifts it up, given up this time by Ognjenovic. Back set off the block. Is there a net violation? Yes, there is.
Yeah, she owns up to it. Boskovic.
Boy, Tiana Boskovic is just everywhere. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. Lead is down to 4, 19-15. This is exactly what Bernardinho wants. Roberta missing the line.
You can't afford to do that right now if you're trailing by 4 or 5 points. Well, now it's 5
Yes,
points.
it is. Substitution coming in. Our first look now at Camila Adao, who will now do the setting chores for Rexona-Sesc Rio. The 2015. Larson. Camila sending it up. And good presence of mind there by Kayalar. However, the shot is too strong coming from Tatiana Kosheleva.
And there was no wrist action. And again, the ball was basically flying flat, going to the audience.
It's down to 4 right now on that hitting error. Serving right now, the 19-year-old Drusilla Felix. Quick play, good reflexes by Gabby. Good coverage once again for the Brazilians. Cross court. Otaiza Meneses does some setting. They get a great dig, great floor defense being shown by Rexona-Sesc Rio. Drop shot, however, is what gets them. Yana Boskovic trying everything, that time succeeding.
Well, if you go for 2, 3 powerful hits, and then you see everybody's waiting for that again, and of course you go for that power, just soft hit, soft dink rather.
Boskovic gives Eczacibasi once again a 5-point lead. They are 4 points away from sending us to a 5th set.
He's gonna go out again.
However, 4 points away are Rexona-Sesc Rio. And another sub coming in. We're gonna have Reyes Pidias once again seeing action, replacing Carol de Silva. So Reyes is gonna be back to serve. Ognjenovic lifts it up, Boskovic. Back set, oh great dig there coming from Larson. Kosheleva gives that one up. Mila Adao. Adao tries again, this time going to Gabby Guimaraes. Trying to go for zone 1. Nice read by the Brazilians. Still kept alive by Rachel Adams. And Koshaleva delivers.
Koshaleva, not risking to go through two blockers, or between the two blockers. That zone 5 is a big target for her. Look at that, two players kind of standing.
That's right. 3 points away from sending us to a 5th set. There's the 19-year-old out of Serbia, Tijana Bošković.
Great serve.
Adao gets to it. One more time around for the Brazilians. And again, the defense is immovable. I believe the block point this time going to the center by Ognjenović.
It's that one great thing that's been working for them all throughout the match.
Yep, it was Ognjenović. Well, she is 6'2", and she is the center. Always
That's part of
helps.
her job.
Yeah. 23-17. Bošković. So her serve is starting to gain some momentum. Ognjenović. Koshaleva, yes! 7 set points for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. And serving for the set, Tijana Bošković. That's not a good toss, though. That's easily converted by Monique Marinho Pavao. That saves 1. They still need to conquer 6 if they want to win the match outright.
It's going to be a steep hike for them.
Yeah, that's right. And their number 1 weapon, Monique Marinho Pavao, is now serving. Rachel Adams sends us to a 5th set. 25-18 in this one, so now you question the stamina factor now. Are they tired? Are they fatigued? Is Rexona-Sesc Rio ready to go to another 5th set battle here, Denise?
Well, let's see. We've mentioned it over and over again. They had an extended match between Pomi Casalmigliore last night. Just a little over 12 hours since their last game, and now they're going to go back to that 5th set. And you know what? Looking at the 6 inside, they're not really changing their lineup that much.
Yep. Well, we're going to see that 5th set in just a bit. Stay with us. And in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, set number 5. It'll be the 2nd day in a row that Rexona-Sesc Rio will be battling in the 5th set, a race to 15. As we take a look at some of the highlights from set number 4, Eczacibasi, Denise, just really took control of that set.
You know, what stood out for me is their blocking. It was on point. They were blocking, you know, Carol, Gabby, Monique, point after point, and Rexona-Sesc really having a hard time creating or converting their possession into a point. And at the same time, you know, even though Eczacibasi was committing a lot of service errors, they were also making points off their offense. And you can see here the blocks again, 6-1, just dominating that net. So Eczacibasi, I'm not surprised they won that 25-18. That's the biggest lead in this whole match, ending a set.
And you know what, those 6 errors that they had, tying with Rexona-Sesc Rio, was an improvement over that 11-2 deficit that we had in set number 3. So now a race to 15. In local parlance, we call this, it's for the fans. First point, who does it go to? Long rally to begin the 5th. That is given up to Eczacibasi. That is long, coming from Diana Boskovic.
Diana Boskovic has been doing everything since the start of the match, and just like the question you threw at the end of the 4th set, it's going to be a question of stamina here.
How about this? Very first point of the 5th set, we have a challenge. Was the ball touched before it went out? Here's the official review. According to that,
like
no
it.
touch. So that is really out. First point belonging to Rexona-Sesc Rio. And Drusilla Felix has really earned her spot in the first 6. She did start the 4th set, now starting the 5th once again. And Koshaleva hits another one.
Koshaleva just delaying that hit.
So the 28-year-old Russian is making mincemeat out of the defense now of Rexona-Sesc Rio. Isa Meneses. Good defense once again by Boskovic. Boskovic with another block. Do they go there 3rd time around? No, they go elsewhere. And it is Monique Marino Babao scoring for Rexona-Sesc Rio.
And that was a good move. I mean, you go to your #1 attacker, you go to your wing spiker, but that's not working because of the great defense of the opponent. You go somewhere else. You try somewhere else.
2-1 is our score. Carol De Silva. Quick play, Adams. They knew it was coming. They still couldn't defend it. Rachel Adams also took something out of that shot. Made it a softer shot, akin to probably a drop shot. Look at that. Tied at 2. Diana Boskovic. Not a good toss once again, but this time it results in a service ace. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I mean, look at how far ahead the ball toss was.
That happened a while ago.
Yeah.
And this time she was just lucky.
Lead goes now to Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. Oh, almost hurt a teammate that time. Koshaleva is saying, are you angry at me?
Good reflexes on her, though.
Tied at 3. Serve coming up now for Monique Marino. Nice high set from behind. There goes Boskovic once again.
That's what you like about her. Even though she makes a mistake, she makes up for it. So nothing's really wasted when you give it to her.
I like the maturity in this very young lady. A lot of talent from the young Serbian. Now here's the young Russian, Tatiana Koshaleva. Adams losing out on the joust. Larson. Yes. Jordan Larson gets it through the defense, and now a luxurious 2-point lead for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul here in set number 5.
And I like how you said it's a luxurious lead because
Right.
it's a race to 15, so 2 points is 2 points.
Koshaleva once again. On the run, Giseli can't score. Back set, Boskovic. Oh, comes up short.
Had the right idea, right intention, not just a poor execution.
Unforced error. There's going to be a sub coming in. So Simge Akios will be acting as a second libero. She's actually the smallest member of the team at 5'5", but she's acting as a second libero in the back row. Hayalar, quick play, Rachel Adams. Vasila can't get it done. Drop shot of Janjovic, read well. The wind-up check ball is called. Point goes to Rexona-Sesc Rio.
Well, they're going back to that usual, strategy that they've been using since the start of the first set. You can't put it down, you just have to use the blockers.
Tied at 5. That one just creeps in on the serve. Larson, can they get it? They cannot. And I don't know if Gabby Guimaraes is shaken up. She looks like she's okay. 6-5. The shades are back on now for Bernardino. We mean business. Adams on the serve. Lucilla! Where'd that come from? So the 19-year-old Drusilla Felix delivers much to the delight of her teammates. See it again.
Well, she's the one in front, and again, they've been going back to that quicker outside hit. Doesn't matter if she's young or if she's experienced,
right.
she's gotta perform.
Giseli Barreto. Larson can't score. Go to Drusilla once again. So back-to-back points for the 19-year-old.
Gotta go back to her as long as she's performing.
All of a sudden, Taiza Meneses' blocks not becoming a factor here in the 5th. Lead goes back to the Brazilians. Ognjenovic. Larson turned back. Free ball coming up. Chance now for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Drop shot. Larson. Ayala, they go back to Larson once again. This time tries to drop it. Rally's still alive. It's still alive. Larson. This rally is now approaching 1 minute. From the back. Almost snuffed out. And that will be a touch on the net. Unfortunate for Drusilla. That was the longest rally of the match.
I think she had the right intention though, because whenever you try to force your attack, the ball, okay.
Antenna.
Yeah, I think it's antenna, but then again, if you hit it hard, the faster it goes back to you.
Right.
So the reason why Drusilla went for the hit is to eventually maybe slow down the defense of Eczacibasi.
However, it didn't work. We're tied now at 7. Big wind-up, good coverage. Drusilla gets that one across. Uh-oh, Boskovic is dug up. But there is no second ball coming for the Brazilians. And it's now time for a mini changeover with Eczacibasi up by 1, 8-7. This looks very similar to the match last night between Rexona-Sesc Rio and Pomo Casamayore of Italy. It was close all the way. So 8-7. But Diana Boskovic has done a lot for her team today, but so has Monique Marinho Pavao. Monique can't drop it in. Larson Gabby keeps it alive.
Oh, that's still...
I don't know why they called that one dead.
Yeah, because, you know, she got it back, not even inside the antenna.
Bernardino is going to use a timeout. And he is very upset.
Calma lá, passa aí, um pouquinho mais. Vai, segue.
Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul up 9-7 here in set number 5 against Rexona-Sesc Rio. And Bernardino Rezende, the head coach of the Brazilian squad, not very happy with the way they're performing here in the 5th set. But again, Denise, there could be a lot of fatigue coming in as well. This is their 10th consecutive set.
Yeah, it could always be a factor. But again, I think he's more frustrated with the fact that a lot of the points made by Eczacibasi was petty errors coming from Rexona-Sesc. And look, that last attack, that was directed to Fabi, and we all know Fabi, she's a veteran libero, and you wouldn't expect her to not get that call.
Another timeout called at Rexona-Sesc Rio is now out of timeouts. Ten to 7. Can Rexona-Sesc Rio still come back from this 3-point deficit? We've seen it done before. In fact, Denise, I remember covering a match where the score was 14-9.
I even remember covering, I don't remember if I was covering it or I was playing in it.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like 22-12 or something.
I remember covering a match that was 14-9 and the team that had 9 points won.
Oh, wow.
Recently, actually.
It's going to be harder for Rexona because of that strong net defense, again, by Eczacibasi.
So we're going to have some subs. And it looks like Roberta Ratsky has been replaced. So it's going to be Camila Ada who's going to be doing the setting. I believe she's also assumed the captainship position on the floor. So 11-7, Eczacibasi 4 points away from being undefeated here in Group A. Serving now, Maya Ognjenovic. Gabi. Adao lifts it up, and the defense is there once again. That is Thaisa Meneses. She has been the star on the defensive end for Eczacibasi.
Definitely, and it's, you know, she's a great addition there because everybody's contributing offense-wise, and if you have another player with a strong net defense, then you're good.
Ognjenovic, however, will send that out of bounds. Lead down to 4 once again. Back comes Monique. Back comes Roberta. So Elo Pereira and Camila Ada will take a seat. Full front line once again for Rexona-Sesc Rio. Roberta Ratsky. Good serve. Back attack is missed by Jordan Larson. The lead is down to 3. And quickly a timeout called by Massimo Borbolini.
Not keep order in the block as did before Thaisa. In. You don't need high. Wait is better if you arrive in delay. Ok? Haydi guys, we go. E qua sembra una bella 1.
12-9 right now. Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul 3 points away from remaining the only undefeated team in Group A, but 3 points behind them. Rexona-Sesc Rio. How is this going to end? We're all going to find out together. Roberta, good serve once again. Off the block, another point for Diana Boskovic.
You know, at this point, when you give it to her, it's almost like an automatic point.
See that one more time, and again, credit that incredible underhand set to send it all the way there, coming from Maja Ognjenovic. 2 points away for Jordan Larson. Good serve. Monique, that is going to go out though, so still with a pulse. Rexona-Sesc Rio. 10 serving 13 in the 5th. Lucila Felix on the serve. Kayalar, Ognjenovic. And Kosheleva is dug up.
Oh, that's gonna go
Oh, it's too strong. Coming from Gabi Guimaraes. And match point, 4 of them for Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul. And how ironic, serving for the match is the Brazilian, Taisa Meneses. Quick play. It's not yet over, according to Carol De Silva.
Yeah, they could still try and catch up.
De Silva now back to serve, triple match point. It's what they're facing right now. Carol De Silva, 25-year-old, 6'2" middle hitter. Good serve. Ognjenovic. Drop shot, nobody behind. And that is going to do it. Eczacibasi Vitra Istanbul is going to take this match, although they did drop 1 point in the process by sending this to a 5th set. But they remain